All right, welcome back to Panther Arena on the campus of Magnolia High School. Arkadelphia Badgers taking on the Magnolia Panthers in the 4A7 opener for both teams. Arkadelphia comes into the game with an 8-5 overall record. Magnolia 8-1. Chris Babb, Blake Bell here, and Coach Garner talked about it at the at halftime of the girls' game. Blake, this is a very talented Magnolia team. You're used to hearing that. You're used to seeing that. And it's going to be no different today. Although the pieces might be different, the talent is still there. This is a team that's 8-1. Only losses to Lake Hamilton. As Coach G said, that was a three-pointer at the buzzer. This is a very talented team, probably the preseason pick to win the 4A7 conference.
Yeah, they are. Good basketball tradition here in Magnolia. They're going to put a good team on the court every year, and this year is no different. As you said, 8-1. Good mix of size and speed. You're going to see some size here. Junior Williams, a 6'5" junior. You'll see him underneath, and Drayden Ford, little brother of Darian Ford, that was drafted or that was recruited and played for the Razorbacks for a while now at Arkansas State. He's 6'4" and just a sophomore. Then you're going to have some really good ball handling, and you're going to have some pretty good shooting as well. Arkadelphia did a great job with very few hands on deck at that Berryville tournament, down to as little as 6 players in one of those games. And you know, they just played a lot of minutes, those guys that were there, and did a fantastic job coming away with a third-place finish.
Blake, when you're looking at rosters and trying to compare teams and you don't know much, you start looking. In basketball, you look at height. And on the rosters that we have, you start looking down those rosters for the 6 in the height category. And you look at Arkadelphia, you got Evan Bailey. Tay stands 6'3". We all know the height and the wingspan of Tay Bailey. James Elgis listed at 6 feet. Nykeeson Wimberly listed at 6 feet tall. And so those are the only 3, and Nykeeson is listed at 6 feet tall. You look at the Magnolia roster, there are 10 players with a 6 in front of their name. Some of them are only 6 feet, but still, you mentioned Junior Williams, 6'5", Drayden Ford, 6'4". Those are 2 of the starters. And then Amari Roach, Rodriguez Young, 2 of the other starters listed at 6 foot and 6'1". So they will have a height advantage for sure, will the Magnolia Panthers. I also expect to see, it'll be interesting to see the depth, how it plays into consideration as well. Arkadelphia, you mentioned, only had 7 players in Berryville. One game had to play with 6. Still don't have everybody back because of sicknesses and things. They do have 12 players here tonight, but some of those are not varsity players, which you would consider or contribute on the varsity. So the depth looks to be in the advantage of Magnolia. Have to see how Coach Ben Lindsay attacks that as well. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Arkadelphia Badgers. They will go this way. 5'8" senior guard Seth Golden wearing number 2. James Elgis, the 6-foot junior guard, wearing number 3, and Isaac Williams, a 5'9" junior guard, wearing number 5. Braden Wagner, a 5'10" junior guard, wearing number 10, and Tay Bailey, a 6'3" senior post, wearing number 15. O.B. Roberts will come off the bench tonight. Do expect to see O.B. He did not make the trip to Berryville. He was sick. Glad to see him back, but he's been out for a while, and so you expect to see OB come in off the bench tonight. Take a look at the starting lineups for the Magnolia Panthers under head coach Ben Lindsay. 8-1 on the season. Some familiar names: Amari Roach, younger brother of former Panther Caden Roach. Roach is a 6-foot senior wearing number 1. Rodriguez Young, a 6'1" senior wearing number 2. Dakota Dismuke, a 5'7" senior wearing number 3. Drayden Ford, a 6'4" sophomore wearing number 23. And Junior Williams, the 6'5" junior, wearing number 34. And Blake, it's a good thing I had those written down, because a lot of times I try to see who's sitting on the bench. And obviously now with the light show, you're not able to see who's sitting on the bench. But this is a Magnolia team that is talented, expected to make some noise in the 4A, much less the 4A7. But it's, again, like we talked, Arkadelphia comes into their game with an 8-5 record. This is the first conference game. Winning this game does not qualify you for the 4A South Regional, just as losing this game does not keep you from the 4A South Regional. Magnolia is a team that's going to beat a lot of a lot of 4A, win a lot of 4A7 conference games. This is one of the games, if for some reason you're able to come away with this win, it would put you a leg up, because there are not a lot of teams that are going to come in Panther Arena and get a win on the boys' side this year.
No, and you're exactly right. A lot of basketball left to be played. This is very on. But it's a question of, do you learn from this game or not? If you do pull off the victory, what did you do right? Can you emulate that every night? And if you don't come out of here with a win, what have you got to do to improve so that if you face this team or a team like it down the road, how are you going to stack it up?
Badgers and, well, we've got a different starter. I don't see
Ford.
No, they announced
Ahmad Davis.
Yeah, they announced Ford, but he's not.
Unless he's
on the floor.
That's not Ford.
No, that is Ahmad Davis. I don't know if Ford was marked in the book, but well, now the clock's still rolling. The clock is still rolling, and we are already 10 seconds into this game. And well, they're going to just let it roll.
Well,
weird start all the way around. Maybe we can keep this game weird and make weird things happen tonight. The favored Magnolia Panthers 8-1. Arkadelphia does start in the zone. Coach Garner, not a coach that played a lot of zone, as the turnover will give the ball to Arkadelphia. Arkadelphia never played a whole lot of zone under head coach Donnie Williams. That means Coach Garrett Garner did not play a lot of zone when he played for Coach Williams. And Coach Garner is not a zone coach either, but he's with the depth. Now
stoppage of play here.
A rough start at the scorer's table. Rough start on the clock here today.
All right,
now we're back to action. They didn't do anything. They didn't change any of the shot clock. Man-to-man defense from Magnolia. Tay Bailey goes underneath. Forced out of bounds. Steal. Ahmad Davis gets it to Junior Williams.
Yeah, and Williams almost drug that pivot foot.
Dismuke back to Davis. Two baseline runners for Magnolia. Tay Bailey steps in for the interception, has it go off of his hand, then off of his foot, and the ball will stay with Magnolia. 12 on the shot clock, just underway here from Panther Arena. Dismuke, there's one of 3 Dismukes on the team. 7, backdoor to Junior Williams, and the dunk is on a scale of 1 to 10. Blake, what are you giving that one? He gets 2 points, but
well,
I don't think he got up as high as he wanted to, but regardless, it's 2 points nevertheless, and it's allowed 2 points for Magnolia. And they're not going to count that basket, but it was a nice take by Seth Golden to draw the foul on Dakota Dismuke. That's his first.
Yeah, you're not going to see a lot of alley-oop dunks in high school, so it's not something Arkadelphia is going to be much prepared for, but
Roach, that's going to be a foul on Ahmad Davis.
You know, this may be one of those games, Chris, where you almost just have to hope that Magnolia gets in their own ways a little bit. You see that a little bit here in the early going with a couple of
one thing's already going in, and I'm looking on that bench to see if I saw nice offensive rebound from Tay Bailey. Gets it out to Elgis. Three-pointer from Golden. Knuckleball is good from Seth Golden. The Badgers lead by 1. I saw Drayden Ford in pregame warmups. I think I even saw 23 sitting on the bench getting ready for the starting lineups to be announced, but he did not come out onto the floor because he was marked in the book, because I went down and looked at the book. So regardless, we have to see if that continues to play out or anything. Isaac Williams, nice spin move, fadeaway jumper, no good. A rebound, Amari Roach. That's Dakota Dismuke. Roach swings it to Davis. 4 out, 1 in is the zone offense for the Panthers to start things out. Arkadelphia collapsing on Junior Young. Rodriguez Young, left wing, three-pointer no good. Davis with the rebound. Junior Williams, floater in the middle of the lane is good for Junior Williams.
Yeah, we mentioned this during the girls' game. You just can't let these talented teams get more than one shot, or they're going to make you pay. Exactly what happened there.
Arkadelphia sagging that defense down on Junior Williams, the 6'5 junior. He guards James Elgus. Elgus, backside, Golden, second three, too strong. Rebound to Roach. It's good to see Seth hit that first three-pointer. Look the backside. You got Williams lurking outside that backside block. Roach, double clutch. No good. B-Wag with the rebound. Elgus picks up his dribble to Golden, to Wagner. Wagner goes all the way in. Reverse layup is good for Braden Wagner.
Yeah, we're slowly seeing Wagner get into basketball shape. Had a great year on the football field. Struggled early in the season, finding his rhythm, but starting to pick it up here. He played well in the Berryville tournament, and a nice start here for that young man.
Young drives through, goes through contact, and gets the basket to fall. Blake, I thought Magnolia was going to put a full court zone pressure up against Arkadelphia to start things off, but they're showing a man full court press, but then backing off. Elgus doesn't use the screen from Bailey. Get handoff to Golden. Arkadelphia spacing a little bit off. Nice high ball screen from Bailey. Golden finds Bailey. Tay gets the basket, his first of the game. And
Badgers holding their own so far.
First 5 minutes, these two teams have gone back and forth.
Well, if you look at the size of the schools that each of these teams have played in the non-conference, you're going to have to realize that Magnolia's played a lot bigger competition as far as not only size of the school, but most likely size of the athletes. El Dorado, Forest City, Lake Hamilton, Arkansas, and Texas High, both of those going to be, higher classifications normally, and they're going to have bigger athletes. Arkadelphia, on the other hand, not playing quite as large schools, which typically don't have as large a players, so they're going to have to be physical tonight to match up with the physicality of Magnolia.
That foul was called on James Elgus, and then Roach is fouled on the backside block for the layup, but then he commits a quick foul. That's the first foul on Roach, third team foul against the Panthers. Here comes some of that initial man-to-man full court pressure. Not really a trapping press. We'll see if they try to trap. No trap after Elgus crosses half court. Just a straight up man. Golden goes in, floater in the middle of the lane, good from Seth Golden. He's got a quick 5 points, and Blake still going back and forth. Deontay Lee set to check in for Magnolia at the next dead ball. Deep three-pointer from Davis is good.
Yeah, it's not what you want going right for Magnolia, but Arkadelphia matching them so far.
Wagner finds Golden, but that was a nice block on the closeout from Dakota Dismuke. He got a hand up into the shooting path of Seth Golden, got the streak. Now the backdoor pass, the layup, no good. Junior Williams with the putback. He has 6 points, and the lead is 4.
Yeah, he's a big body down there. He knows how to use it, getting good position on that offensive glass.
Wagner's pass is stolen. Now that's going to be an offensive, oh my goodness, they call a block, wow. And they're going to count that basket.
Oh my, wow. Well, that was about as blatant a block, not a block, but a forearm, or not a forearm, a shoulder, lowering the shoulder as you're ever going to see. And
O.B. Roberts comes into the game replacing Braden Wagner. Malik Brewer comes into the game for Magnolia replacing Amari Roach. And golly.
Yeah, that's a tough.
The bad angle for that official to make that one. It looked like it was just now. It's Arkadelphia got caught sleeping on the backside. Gave up an offensive rebound.
Yeah, and to
Malik Brewer listed at 5'7".
the smallest player on the court sneaks in for an offensive rebound.
Williams, high post, backdoor cut is good, and that's Rodriguez Young, and it's a 9-0 run. Excuse me, an 8-0 run.
Well, Chris, if they continue to let Magnolia drive in there with those shoulders down, it's going to be a long night for the Badgers, because that's tough to defend when somebody comes in there like a battering ram and lowers that shoulder.
Elgis, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Young. It is a 9-0 run. It took me a while to do my math correctly, but 9-0 run for Magnolia. As we're at 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Young drives in, no good. Offensive rebound to Young. No shot clock as that offensive rebound reset things, and now as our clock catches up, we're at 21 seconds and no shot clock. So Magnolia trying to finish this on an 11 or 12-0 run. This is going to be 12 if it goes in. It's no good. Elgis keeps it alive. He'll have a chance to get a shot off at the buzzer. Kick out. Isaac Williams, three, no good. And that is how the first quarter ends. So Magnolia ends the quarter on a 9-0 run, and the Panthers take a 17-9 lead at the first quarter break. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger basketball. We'll be back after this timeout on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
Locally owned and operated since 2008, Sheffield Music has a wide variety of products for those interested in guitar, bass, drums, sound systems, DJ gear, lighting, and vintage vinyl. Contact us for live sound and lighting services, or give us a call for one-on-one lessons, or stop by to see our band instruments and supplies. We also have a great selection of gift items by Dr. Squatch, Soberdough, Good Southerner, and many others. Sheffield Music in downtown Arkadelphia is the one place to go for all of your musical needs. Call 870-230-1733 or visit SheffieldMusic.com.
Welcome back to Panther Arena. Chris Babb with Blake Bell as we start the second quarter. Arkadelphia's ball. 17-9 is the Magnolia lead. Coach Lindsay talking to the official, trying to get an explanation about something. Isaac Williams, O.B. Roberts, James Elgis, Seth Golden, and Evan Bailey. The five on the court to start the second quarter for Arkadelphia. O.B. Roberts will bring the ball up. We heard Coach Garner say that a lot we might see James Elgis or this offense go through. Elgis at the high post. He puts up a jumper from the right elbow, no good. Rebound to Jonathan Williams. Excuse me, Junior Williams. Junior Williams on cue. When I say his name incorrectly, gets the first basket of the second quarter. He's got 8. And the lead for Magnolia is 10. OB from just inside the three-point line. That one was tipped. Williams quickly ahead to Young, who got behind the Arkadelphia defense, but a nice recovery by James Elgis with the blocked shot. OB with the rebound.
Nice hustle there by James.
Seth Golden weaves through traffic. Layup no good. Junior Williams with the rebound. Williams will dribble up. He's looking to push, though, even as he dribbles. Davis is deep. He's about 24 feet out there, but that's where he hit a three-pointer from earlier. Arkadelphia starts out the second quarter now in man-to-man. Handoff and a give back, looking inside for Junior Williams. Evan Bailey was fronting, and now Tay with the blocked shot. Elgis with the rebound to O.B. Roberts ahead. Roberts draws the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line. It was a nice block, Blake, by Evan Bailey as Williams tried to shield himself with using the rim.
Yeah, not a lot of nights where Tay is not the biggest on the court, and he's not tonight. He's given up an inch or two to Junior.
Ahmad Davis picks up his second personal foul, and he's going to have to come out. He'll be replaced by Amari Roach. O.B. Roberts gets his first point of the game. Magnolia quickly down the court. Don't waste any time, do they?
No, they don't.
That was even after a made free throw. Three-pointer. Goodness. Junior Williams with the three. He's a 6'5" junior. He can shoot from outside. And Blake, he doesn't look like he is finished growing.
No,
he's just
he's
a
not.
real young look to Junior Williams. He's got the frame that can handle a lot more weight and length, and it looks like he might have a chance to add to it. And there's a big block shot out of bounds from Junior.
Yeah, he's aggressive too. He uses all of that big 6'5" to his advantage, and pretty smooth stroke out there on that three as well. A lot of pressure under the rim.
Quickly out the other direction, and a layup from Malik Brewer, his first basket of the game, and quickly Magnolia has jumped this lead out to 14. Timeout Arkadelphia, full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger Basketball on ArkadelphiaTV.com. We'll be back after this timeout.
R&T Dixon's Exxon stores are proud to sponsor this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Locally owned and operated by Randy and Tanya Dixon, we welcome you to visit one of our Arkadelphia locations located at each I-30 exit, or our new Tiger Mart store located on 10th and Pine in Arkadelphia. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores say, "Go Badgers."
Welcome back to Panther Arena. Now here comes a little bit of the pressure we thought we might see. Then still they just back it off after Arkadelphia inbounds the ball. Elgis, Isaac Williams, Braden Wagner checked in at that timeout. Those three along with Seth Golden and Tay Bailey. Bailey on the left wing. Skip pass top of the key to Wagner. He goes looking to drive for his left, kicks it back out to Elgis. 11 on the shot clock. Nice kick out. Elgis to Golden. Gets among the trees and draws a foul from one of the branches.
Gonna be tough sledding in the paint tonight for Arkadelphia, giving up a lot of size and just good aggressive play by some big athletes here in Magnolia.
Oh my goodness, they're not gonna give him free throws?
Wow. Couple of questionable calls here. Certainly not the difference in the game so far.
That was a good call. It's just a questionable judgment as to whether he was shooting or not. Kickball will reset the shot clock, keep it at 5:20. Isaac Williams triggers the inbounds pass for Arkadelphia. Backside to Elgis. Elgis kick out to Williams, tries to step in, Euro step. No good. Tay with the rebound. Gets his own. Put back no good. Wagner with the pump fake. Can't get it to go, but a foul is called, and Braden Wagner's going to go to the free throw line. That foul is going to be on Junior Williams.
Yeah, they are. The Magnolia coaching staff not too happy with that there.
Coach Lindsay about came out of his
not used to seeing
pullover.
2 or 3 offensive rebounds like that against those guys.
Well, I give credit to Braden Wagner. He had we've talked about the size advantage, but when you have a size advantage, you got to ball fake and try to get that defender in the air. It's exactly what he did. Williams and the teammate went flying, and as they were coming back down, Wagner just drew the foul.
Yeah, it looks like at this point it's going to have to be an inside-out approach for Arkadelphia. They need to drive to the basket, kick the ball outside. It's the only way they're going to get good open looks because it's just too tough down low.
Brewer gets the basket to go. It was a good help from Tay Bailey, but Brewer was able to keep his concentration. Elgis trying to get to Williams on the left wing. The ball was kicked out of bounds by Magnolia.
A lot of pressure on the ball, even out on the perimeter.
Tay caught too far under the basket. He was in one of those weird spots where he had it, but he was right under the basket. Had to kind of jump backwards to try to get that one in. Kicks out. Williams for three. Good.
You know, Chris, that's a commodity right there. A 6'5" guy that's got some growing left to do. Can shoot the jumper like that and be a force under the goal as well. It's hard to defend. And he didn't just shoot that from the 3 line. He shot that from a couple of feet behind the line.
3.5. Elgas flashes in to try for the steal, but he's called for a foul. That's his second, so 2 fouls on Elgas.
A little under 4 minutes to go here. Arkadelphia trailing by 17 already and still pouring it on, this time from underneath. And, you know, like we said, not only can he play hard under the goal and give himself good looks and rebound, but he's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc.
The offensive foul. That's going to be on Evan Bailey. I was on the backside, and Blake, I was watching the ball, so I didn't see what it was. Tay was trying to get an explanation from the official.
Well, I think he got a little bit of shoulder on Young, and I think he got him in the beak a little bit. Probably a little bit of acting on Young's part, but all part of the game.
Man.
Bad pass in there from Williams.
Three-pointer is good for Deontay Lee. Deontay Lee gets his first basket of the game, new into the game, and just like that, it is a 22-point lead for the Magnolia Panthers. Coming into the game 8-1. The only loss is to one of the top 10 teams in the state overall, not just in Class 5A. That's Lake Hamilton. And that was on a last-second three-pointer at Lake Hamilton. So Magnolia, one of the favorites in this 4A7, as is the case most times. Caleb Roach comes into the game for Magnolia, 5'11" sophomore. Braden Wagner with a blocked shot, but a foul is going to be called.
Yeah, good hustle play there by Braden. Looked like he got a lot of ball. May have got him with the body, and I think that's where they got the call.
Dakota Dismuke to the free throw line. Knocks it down, his first point of the game.
Like you said, there's one of 3. There's a Dakota, a Dewan, and a Dylan Dismuke.
We might see all of them tonight. A 24-point lead. Elgas does a nice job of getting his feet in the front court to avoid the violation. Seth Golden pulls up from 15, no good. Rebound. Magnolia, the Panthers are on the run.
Didn't make the shot, Chris, but I liked it. I liked the position there by Golden. He's a good. Wow, a lot of contact down there by Dismuke, and just basically ran over Golden. No call.
O.B. Roberts drives on Dismuke. He's cut off, has to kick it back out. 15 on the shot clock. Roberts, top of the key, thought about the 3, pulls up for the long 2-pointer. So O.B. Roberts gets his first field goal of the game. And the lead is down to 24.
O.B. is one of those guys, if he can get hot, he can sink some shots from outside. You wonder how his legs are after coming off that illness over the holidays.
Nice flash in from O.B. to knock that one away into the hands of Braden Wagner. He's falling down, so he has to get rid of the ball. Roach takes on Evan Bailey, no good. And there's Drayden Ford. So Ford makes his entrance into the game. And the lead is 26. This is a Magnolia team that's beaten Crossit by 23. They beat Arkansas High by 41. And then their other games have all come against 6A, 5A, 6A, or 5A and 6A teams. Beat Little Rock Catholic 47-43. Defeated a Always Quality Forest City team by 14. Defeated Texas High by 10. So this is a very good Magnolia team, and they're getting a good. Isaac Williams gets a good basket. The friendly roll.
Yeah. Good to see Isaac getting involved. One of the few that made the trip to Berryville over the holidays.
Traveling violation. Good man-to-man defense from Arkadelphia. Braden Wagner forces the turnover, and so Arkadelphia will have 20 seconds to try to cut into this Panther lead. Trying to run a flat, see if he can't cause the defense to crash, and there's a foul, and that's going to be on the baseline. So with 4.6 seconds remaining, Arkadelphia will have an inbounds play for a basket. So Biddle gets his first foul. Roberts' shot hits the corner, then a halftime buzzer beating half of court shot is no good, and that is how the first half will end. So Magnolia puts together a quality first half. They lead Arkadelphia by 23 points. We'll take a break. Thanks to sponsors for their support of Arkadelphia Badger basketball. We'll be back after this timeout on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com.
Turner Rogers Manning and Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner Rogers Manning and Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner Rogers Manning and Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner Rogers Manning and Plyler says, "Go Badgers!" Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 Exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com. Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
While you may not be a pediatric surgeon volunteering your topiary talents at a children's hospital, your life is just as unique. Your Raymond James Financial Advisor gets to know you, your passions, and the way you give back, so you can live your life. That's life well planned.
We are at halftime. Magnolia 40, Arkadelphia 17. Chris Babb, Blake Bell, and you take a look at that first half, Blake, and it was just a flurry from Magnolia, whether it was from outside, from inside, from driving, off of penetration, off of turnovers, whatever it was. It was just whatever Magnolia wanted.
Yeah, it really is. They've got, you know, a talented team, we know that, but they executed well. They didn't make a lot of mistakes. They put a lot of pressure on Arkadelphia trying to get the ball inside early in the half, and they just shut it down. And so, you know, from what I can tell, it looks like Arkadelphia is going to have to try to do some dribble drive and then kick it out and hope that, you know, an O.B. Roberts or even a James Elgis can get hot and hit some outside shots. Looks like that's going to be their go-to. And then, you know, of course, for Magnolia, you bring a guy like Junior Williams into the game who, you know, started the game at jumping center. He's 6'5", and just a junior in class. And
Class and name.
Yeah, name and class.
Yep.
And you know, but he's no junior.
No.
He's no junior tonight. He's
No.
he's a senior player,
Yep.
and he's a good-looking kid. He's handles his body well. He's got a big frame, like you said. He's probably not through growing. Magnolia, just a good school. They're a good
Yep.
basketball school, a good program. They've got good coaching. They've got good fans. A lot of interest in the sport, and you know, you see that in Arkadelphia from time to time. You think of, well, is it a football school? Is it a baseball school? Magnolia's the basketball school. They are most definitely a basketball school, and we're seeing that tonight.
Take a look at the scoring leaders. First for Arkadelphia, Seth Golden with 5 points, had 1 3-pointer. That was in the first quarter. Braden Wagner with 4 points. 3 points for O.B. Roberts and Isaac Williams. 2 points for Evan Bailey. James Elgis has not scored, Blake. And you know that Coach Lindsay, that was one of the things, is keep Elgis contained, and they have done that in the first half. For Magnolia, you mentioned Junior Williams. He leads all scorers with 16 points. Nobody else from Magnolia has over 6. That's Rodriguez Young. He has 6 points. Deontay Lee with 5 points. 4 points for Malik Brewer. Those all came in the second quarter. 3 points for Ahmad Davis. 2 points each for Dakota Dismuke, Amari Roach, and Drayden Ford, which we mentioned Drayden Ford's name. He was listed as a starter, but then he did not start. Didn't play in the first quarter. Did come in the second quarter late and got his only basket. So 10 players for Magnolia has seen the floor. 8 of those have scored. We talked about the depth of that bench before the game, and we got to see it play out there in the second quarter.
I'll be interested to see how Arkadelphia comes out and composes themselves in the second half. You know, this is a game that we talked about earlier on before the game started. you know, if you're not going to win the game, and we're a long way from pulling that one off right now, doesn't mean it can't happen, but if you don't win the game, what do you learn from the game? Do you learn how to compose yourself so that later in the season, and maybe that's Friday night, who knows, but later in the season, can you finish? Can you play two halves? If you don't play a good first half, can you rebound and pick it up in the second? How do you compose yourself? You know, Arkadelphia's got some veteran players on the team. We'll see how they control themselves and how they compose themselves here in the second half when they know they're outmanned, at least through the first half.
We'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll have the third quarter of action here from Magnolia High School, Panther Arena. The Panthers lead the Badgers at halftime. You're watching Arkadelphia, BadgerTV.com. Back after this timeout.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you. Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
Locally owned and operated since 2008, Sheffield Music has a wide variety of products for those interested in guitar, bass, drums, sound systems, DJ gear, lighting, and vintage vinyl. Contact us for live sound and lighting services, or give us a call for one-on-one lessons, or stop by to see our band instruments and supplies. We also have a great selection of gift items by Dr. Squatch, Soberdough, Good Southerner, and many others. Sheffield Music in downtown Arkadelphia is the one place to go for all of your musical needs. Call 870-230-1733 or visit SheffieldMusic.com.
Blake, you know who sings this song? It is the Wu-Tang Clan, Stand Up and Get Crunk.
Well, I'll be.
It's a fun song. First time I heard it was at a New Orleans Saints game in the Superdome.
I'm impressed.
With 75,000 people in New Orleans, and they had fun with it, and it was a lot of fun.
Well,
that's a good start for Rodrius Young and Magnolia as they get things started in the third quarter.
Anything from the Wu-Tang Clan has got to be good stuff.
I've got to check myself on that.
Yeah, some careless ball protection there for the Badgers. Got to clean that up.
Yeah, sorry, I was close. Yin Yang twins. Tang and Yang. I got my Tang and my Yang mixed up, Blake.
It happens.
Yep. Junior Williams put back no good. Evan Bailey with the rebound. Yin Yang twins.
Yin Yang twins. Well,
it's called Halftime. That's the actual name of the song. And that's when they were playing it. Halftime. Stand Up and Get Crunk. It's a lot of fun.
There you go.
Heard the LSU band play that the day before. That was a lot of fun.
I have heard that before. I didn't put a name with a face or with a sound in that case.
Elgis from the corner for three, no good. Junior Williams with the rebound. We get tired tonight on the way back to Arkadelphia. We can just fire up some Yin Yang twins.
I think
can't do much standing up in your truck.
They were hanging with Little John, I think, weren't they?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, not when I heard the song, but
they've been known to hang with Little John.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw Little John on the Celebrity Apprentice. He's a pretty sharp guy, man. Pretty sharp guy. Pretty good business guy.
Nice pass from Elgus to Williams. Like a good way to measure whether people are listening or watching a broadcast.
We'll either hear about that.
Well, I already did.
Okay.
It's to talk about things that they don't expect you to talk about. Isaac Williams to the free throw line. And I guess they didn't expect us to talk about the Yin Yang twins.
Well, welcome to a 24-point deficit. We want to make this as enjoyable for our listeners as possible. And sometimes if you're just not getting it done, you got to go to the Yin Yang twins.
That's right. Just don't get your Yang and your Tang mixed up.
That could be ugly.
Tang was a popular drink in the 80s, wasn't it? Did you drink Tang when you were growing up? A little powder.
Yeah.
Wasn't that on
wasn't that on the spaceship?
Junior Williams, no good. His three-pointer. Braden Wagner with a nice box out. And Rodriguez Young whistled for his first foul, second foul of the quarter.
You know, in all seriousness, Chris, I did want to see how Arkadelphia would compose themselves.
You mean we weren't serious the first 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, I like the effort. They're playing hard. They're almost look like they're trying too hard. But you gotta like their determination, and it's a Garrett Garner coach team. You can tell.
Dakota Dismuke with some speed to get down the floor. Nice body control. The reverse layup. Gets it to go. Seth Golden has it knocked away from behind. Elgus, right corner three, good. James Elgus gets his first basket of the game.
Chris, that's the key. Arkadelphia's got to drive and penetrate and then kick back out. Hope you can land a good open shot, and that time it's exactly what Golden did, getting it to Elgus. It'll take a lot more.
Yeah, Junior Williams with the offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound. Elgus with the rebound. Wagner, nice offensive rebound. It was tipped to him, and he goes up and draws the foul on Junior Williams.
Nice hustle there by Wagner. You know, I'll make another observation, and this is not an audio, but a visual. And I will say, Arkadelphia's got Magnolia beat in the mascot department. Arkadelphia with a good-looking Badger mascot, and I don't know, that Panther looks kind of like the difference in a sock puppet, and I don't know.
Nice offensive rebound from Evan Bailey. He's going to be whistled for the traveling violation. Thought he was probably knocked down a little bit, or he hit the ground because of contact. Regardless, it will be Magnolia basketball. Young, no good. Williams crashes for the rebound from the backside, and you've got to box Junior Williams out. Can't get caught watching the paint dry. James Elgus picks up his third personal foul, and Junior Williams goes to the free throw line.
Well, it's a good-looking stroke there from that young man. He's hit some couple of threes already, and it looks like a good pure stroke from the free throw line as well.
17, now 18 points for Junior Williams.
Still pressing in the backcourt.
Elgus, pull up from 17, too strong. Junior Williams with the rebound.
One and done, but a good look that time by Elgus.
Williams. Nice double down from Braden Wagner. There's a traveling violation. Yeah.
Junior took one too many hops.
Yeah, he thought he was getting fouled. He did a nice job of sealing Evan Bailey off on the high side. The pass to the backside, and that was because he was sealing him off at the block. It led him to right under the basket. Couldn't quite get good position. We saw something similar in the first half from Evan Bailey.
Yeah, just got himself too far under the goal.
Did get his offensive rebound. Wagner to Bailey to Elgis. Skip pass to Isaac Williams. Pull up jumper from the baseline. Evan Bailey with a nice strong rebound. Tay said, I'm getting this rebound and I'm putting it back in no matter what. And that's exactly what happened. Nice strong rebound and put back from Tay Bailey. Roach pulls up at the free throw line. Thought about shooting it, but Isaac Williams was there. Young drives through traffic.
Wow.
They're going to count that basket. And who are they giving that foul to? That's going to be on it, James Elgis, and that's his fourth.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there. Good roll for Magnolia. Tough break for Arkadelphia.
So Elgis is going to have to come out with his fourth foul. Seth Golden will check in for Arkadelphia. Young gets the old-fashioned three-point play.
.25 advantage now for Magnolia.
Wagner kick out to OB. Pull up from 17, short. Rebound Dismute. Hangs in the air and draws the foul. That OB, yep, they're going to give that one to OB Roberts. That's his first personal foul. And Dakota Dismuke will go to the free throw line for 2 shots for the Panthers.
Once again, Chris, Arkadelphia, both squads, men's and ladies, will be back in Arkadelphia. Welcome the students back Friday night as they'll take on the Queen. Another conference matchup.
Dismute gets 1 of 2. 5 points tonight. 26-point lead now for the Panthers. Bailey has it knocked away.
I don't think he realized how open he had it to the basket there, and he second-guessed himself and allowed Magnolia to close in defensively.
Now Bailey there with the steal. OB pulls up from just inside the three-point line. Ahmad Davis tied up with Tay, and then Tay is whistled for the foul.
Wow. A lot of jump balls called tonight. That could have been another, but instead they chose to give Tay the foul. And that's a tough one. Only a second. Oh, and he just completely took that one. I'd say he took it off the board, but it never got to the board as he swats that away. And Junior's gotten the better of him on the scoring side, but Tay's not backing down as he puts up a good offensive or defensive swat there.
Magnolia ranked 5th in the state in one of the first high school polls to come out just before the beginning of the new year. That's a nice play. That's going to be a foul on OB Roberts. They give the ball at the high post to Williams. He kicks it out to Roach and then just dives down to the block. And with someone with his size, that's going to be hard to defend. That's the 5th foul on Arkadelphia. So Junior Williams will go to the free throw line. In that initial boys basketball rankings and one of the polls, there are a ton of polls out there. Farmington first, Little Rock Christian second, Morrilton third, Subiaco Academy 4th, Magnolia 5th, Mills 6th, Pea Ridge 7th, Brooklyn 8th, Westside 9th, and Clinton 10th. Arkadelphia played Clinton last week. 19 points now for Jonathan Williams. Now make it an even 20.
Got some junior fans down here in front of us. Might be Mom.
Oh, lots of junior fans in this
little
in
brother.
Magnolia if he continues to play like that.
You bet.
Steal from Caleb Roach ahead to Amari Roach. Layup good. He has 4 points now. Wagner double team, gets it off to O.B. Roberts. Arkadelphia gonna have to get it across the timeline, and they do. Bailey thought Isaac Williams was gonna dive to the basket. He didn't, so they're gonna give Arkadelphia the ball under its own basket. 30-point lead for the Panthers. 27 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Coach Lindsay sending some of his starters to the other end of the bench. Wagner's shot no good. Bailey's putback no good. A lot of contact. Bailey with the putback. Third time is the charm for Arkadelphia. Evan Bailey has 6 points now.
Yeah, still working hard under there. Good for Evan.
O.B. Roberts forcing Magnolia. Caleb Roach at the buzzer. 3 is good. And that just kind of caps it off, and it is a 57-26 lead for Magnolia as we go to the fourth quarter. Magnolia up by 31. Running clock when we come back. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger basketball on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. Back after this timeout.
R&T Dixon's Exxon stores are proud to sponsor this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Locally owned and operated by Randy and Tanya Dixon, we welcome you to visit one of our Arkadelphia locations located at each I-30 exit, or our new Tiger Mart store located on 10th and Pine in Arkadelphia. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores say, "Go Badgers."
Turner Rogers Manning and Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner Rogers Manning and Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner Rogers Manning and Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner Rogers Manning and Plyler says, "Go Badgers."
All right, fourth quarter. Arkadelphia trailing. Seth Golden starts things off on the baseline, no good. Evan Bailey and Drayden Ford battle for the ball. And it'll say last touch by Tay Bailey. Bailey, O.B. Roberts, Seth Golden, James Elgis, Braden Wagner on the floor for Arkadelphia.
Yeah, and starting to see some bench players make their way out for Magnolia.
Yep, Drayden Ford, nice defense by O.B. Roberts, and they're going to give that one to Arkadelphia. Thought that might have gone off of the foot of O.B., but nevertheless. Antonio Brooks in for the first time for Magnolia. Also still out there, Deontay Lee, Caleb Roach, Malik Brewer out there along with Drayden Ford. Ford guards Evan Bailey. Double team from Tay. Roberts pass to Wagner on the right wing. Just a little bit too low. Goes off of the foot of Braden Wagner. Lee to Caleb Roach. Elgis kicks out to Golden.
Yeah, you got to have a really, really good shooting night if you're going to stay with a team like Magnolia. Arkadelphia just has not shot at a high percentage, even when they've gotten good looks.
OB for 3, no good. And there's kind of an example of what you were saying, a good look just wouldn't go down.
Yeah.
O.B. Roberts ahead to Wagner. Ooh, he's fouled, and Drayden Ford lands on the head and neck area of Braden Wagner. Wagner will go to the free throw line for Arkadelphia. That one even threw our camera out of whack there. Kind of tried to ride him like a horse.
Yeah. A lot of contact. Darius Biddle in now for first time tonight. Biddle, a 5'10" junior. Second on the way from Wagner's good.
So Braden Wagner now with 6 points. Ford, high screen, Elgis, pull up, left-handed jumper, no good. Rebound to O.B. Roberts. That jumper was from Brooks, who does a nice job of sneaking up behind Golden and trying to get a steal. Can't get it to go, or can't secure the ball before it goes out of bounds. So it'll be Badger ball, 4.5 minutes to go.
Good move by
OB with a nice Euro step to the backside. The reverse lefty layup. OB with 5 points. He's getting his first action. Drayden Ford with the rebound and the hook shot. That's good for Drayden Ford. They also have a sister who's a 9th grader. Elgis has it knocked away from him. Jumper is good for James Elgis. 5 points in the game for Elgis. The rugby scrum down there on the floor, and it's going to be jump ball, alternating possession. We'll give the ball to Arkadelphia. Deontay Hamilton, a 5'10" sophomore, checks in for Magnolia, replacing Malik Brewer.
Some of the young talent on the court now for the Panthers, including Drayden Ford, who's just a sophomore.
Yeah, they got a few sophomores, pretty talented group. Wagner no good. Tay has the rebound. How are they going to give that to Magnolia? What are we doing?
Wow.
Subs into the game for Arkadelphia. Nick Williams, Nykeeson Wimberly, Aiden Clark, Davion Hunter, and who's the fifth one there we see? Kelton Wilson. New into the game, Bubba Williams into the game for Magnolia. We'll call a foul on Aiden Clark for Arkadelphia.
Aiden, the 5'9" sophomore, excuse me, Chris.
That's all right. Clock will continue to run. Mentioned Friday night, Arkadelphia will be back at home. The first 4A7 conference game of the season. Nick O'Gwen checks in, the 5'5" junior guard. That will be against DeQueen Friday night at Arkadelphia High School. Girls will tip off somewhere around 6 o'clock. I invite you to come on out to Arkadelphia High School the first Friday night of the new year and support the Lady Badgers and Badgers in their second conference game of the season. Aiden Clark gets the runner in the middle of the lane to go. 2 points for Clark. Good little move from Clark with the pull-up. Going from his right to his left. Drayden Ford lost it. Nykeeson Wimberly quickly down the other end of the floor. Now Nick Williams.
Nykeeson's pretty fleet of foot for.
He is really good hands. That Jameer Johnson with the steal and the two-handed dunk in transition. They're gonna stop the clock for some subs to come in, and that's just gonna put an exclamation point on tonight's game. DeJuan Dismuke and Dylan Dismuke. come into the game. And
yeah, one of these teams having a lot of fun here in the last couple of minutes of this ball game. One is not.
that was Bubba Williams. He's a sophomore. It's one of this talented sophomore group for Magnolia. Wilson to Clark. To Nykeeson. Nick Williams goes baseline, looking backside. A jump ball, an alternating possession will go to Magnolia. George Jackson and Gabriel Easter check in to round things out. Arkadelphia didn't get back, and so Magnolia has good by Nick Williams. Don't let him have a cheap one.
Yeah.
You don't want to foul hard, but you just don't want to give him a cheap one. I like that from, he's like, you're not going to dunk on me. I like that from Nick Williams.
Yeah,
I like
he's
that.
a competitor.
That's right.
You see it on the football field, and
I think technically they're supposed to stop that before the horn goes off, but regardless, they gave him another shot. No, that's it. Mercifully, the game comes to an end. The Magnolia Panthers move to 9-1, 1-0. Arkadelphia falls to 8-6, 0-1, and we'll be back as that gentleman right in front of you is ready to go home. He stretches his back a little bit and makes his exit to the right. And that's what we're getting ready to do as well. Magnolia 64, Arkadelphia 33. Thanks for tuning in to Arkadelphia Badger TV. We'll be back on the air Friday night from Arkadelphia as the Badgers host the Lady Leopards and the Leopards of DeQueen. For Blake Bell, this is Chris Babb. Thanks for tuning in. Have a Happy New Year, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. Go Badgers.